See who I've got here with us. Tell us your name and the film that you're here supporting.
Yes, my name's Ron Podell. I'm a screenwriter from Laramie, Wyoming. And I had a film that I wrote that we entered here called A Rain Remembered. It's a short drama, and it's basically a very heartwarming, gut-wrenching tale of a grandfather relaying a story to his granddaughter about his experience in Vietnam in a long, like a 3-day rain and a firefight. And it was an experience he never told anybody before, but because of the circumstances that they were inside during the rainstorm, it brought back this memory. And I had to tell it very deftly that in a way the grandfather wasn't talking about war, but could relate a story to a 7-year-old child. And so that was pretty challenging. But what I liked most about the film was at the beginning when the power went out, the grandfather comforted his granddaughter, but by the end of the movie, the grandfather was all torn up from remembering the loss of his war buddy.
Sure.
And the granddaughter actually comforted him at the end and said she was so glad they were inside and out of the rain that day.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, and I think people reacted to it really well. I know one of the festival workers here, Matt, he said that he was impressed that we had the correct Vietnam era weapons and uniforms.
That's right. We were talking about that yesterday. So
Yes.
you're from Wyoming, but you didn't film the film in Wyoming.
No, it was actually shot in Memphis, Tennessee.
And that's where you found the costuming that happened to be right on point.
Yes, they actually had a museum, I think it's called the Museum of the Mid-South in Memphis. And the director and the producer went there. I don't know if they had contacts ahead of time or what, but they agreed to let us use uniforms and weapons. And the script was already written, but at one point they said we could borrow a tank. But we,
Wow!
but
my gosh!
We didn't end up using that because it wasn't relevant for the story. But
yeah.
it could have been
That's pretty
fun.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, very incredible.
Neat.
Yeah.
So was this the first film that you wrote and directed?
I actually did not direct it, but I've written it.
You wrote
and
it.
it's actually the third short that I've written.
Okay.
And others have directed it.
Have you directed before?
I have not.
Any interest in getting into that, or you're just strictly a writer focused on the writing?
I really just enjoy the writing. I mean, I know I'm good at that. Directing, I probably could work with actors. I really love actors. But at this
Thank you.
point, yeah, I really do. I mean, and actresses. But at this point, I just got so many stories that I want to tell, and it's like I can't tell them fast enough. And
Yeah.
you go home and you work late at night. 10 to midnight is when I get really creative.
Yeah.
And I probably could stay up later, but it ends up, oh geez, I gotta get up and go to work, so
Yeah.
I cut it off. But I really enjoy creating something out of nothing.
But you were on set, you were on location filming, so you go and actually are involved in the process, right?
In some cases, in this particular case, I was not on set.
Okay.
But I had a lot of talks with the director ahead of
I
time,
see.
and we pretty much shared the same vision. He understood what I was going for.
Right.
He pretty much shot my script. I mean, all the grandfather-granddaughter conversations were absolutely on point.
Good.
The Vietnam scenes were pretty close. I think he opened it up a little bit and added a few extra soldier characters, and they got a few lines, but pretty much it was the spirit of what I was going for.
So that actually is a question I wanted to ask you. How, as a screenwriter, and this is coming from an actress asking
Right.
the question, how important is it to you that people stay with the true dialogue of and the true script of what you've written? Because I imagine and I know that most scripts from the beginning to the final product can be quite a different thing. So how important is that to you?
Well, everybody loves their own words, but if you can make the script better, sometimes just not saying a line and having a reaction from an actor or an actress can say a heck of a lot more than the line you put in. I think, if you're really smart, scripts are a blueprint for a movie, but things change, things happen, and as
Sure.
I explained during the Q&A that we had 4 days to shoot this, 2 days of interiors, 2 days exteriors, and they lost a day of exteriors because oddly enough, the movie's called A Rain Remembered. Well, they got a 9-inch rain in 4 hours,
Oh
which
my
created
gosh.
record flooding in Memphis at the time.
Yeah, I bet it did.
And so the cast and crew couldn't even get to the set because it was flooded out.
Wow.
And they ended up having to shoot like 27 setups on a Sunday to complete all the exteriors
Wow.
because they were losing 2 of the soldiers who were college kids who were going back to school.
Right.
So it was very tight, and John, the director, really wishes he had cushioned in an extra day.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn.
You
But
do, yeah. Hey.
all in all, we were pretty happy with it.
So are you nominated for anything today?
No, I am not. I entered 4 scripts. I entered this short film. And most film festivals I do enter, I do get a nomination and often a win. But this particular case, the competition must have been
Must
fierce.
have been fierce,
But
yeah.
I was happy with what I submitted. I
Absolutely.
mean, I like my work. I mean, I don't second guess my writing very much.
Sure.
I really, it just comes natural to me.
Yeah.
But it's been a great week. I mean,
Good, so you've had fun?
oh yeah, there's been
Good.
some amazing films here for a first-year film festival. I think the quality was just top-notch. I really
Good, I'm
didn't
so glad.
see a turkey in the bunch.
Yeah.
And I saw some filmmakers I knew from before. I met a brand new group of filmmakers that hopefully I'll have connections with in the
Sure,
future, and
that's great.
maybe can work together. Who knows? Maybe I'll write you a role.
Maybe so,
Maybe.
I'd love that.
I probably could.
Well, look, congratulations for being here. It was so nice to meet you and talk to you. We had a great time this week hanging out. It was so
Yes.
nice speaking with you yesterday. So I'll let you go. I'll see you inside
Okay.
in a little bit. But thank you, Ron.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate the time.
it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's very nice.
And have a good evening and
I'm
have
sure
fun
I will.
tonight.
I will.
Okay.
I will. Did you make me look good?
He makes everybody look good. We all look good. We're on the red carpet at the Northern Virginia International Film Festival. Year 1.